Rockstars, Eric Andreas, your Guitar Sage here, and today I'm going to talk to you about 5 not so obvious tips from an experienced guitar player. Now, if I can just find an experienced guitar player, this would be a great video. But seriously, hey, I've been playing live, I've been playing in the studio, and I've been teaching for almost 30 years now with all 3 of those things. I took to guitar very quickly when I was about 14 years old. By 16, I was in my first band recording, and just the rest is history. I love guitar, absolutely obsessed with it, love helping others and what have you. And I got to thinking, what are 5 things that I could tell new guitar players? It doesn't matter, you could be a veteran guitar player, but nonetheless, what are 5 things that would allow them to truly enjoy this instrument as much as I have? What are the 5 most important things? Obviously, there's others, but these are desert island things that if you know these, my gosh, do all 5 of them, you will experience music in ways that you've never have before, okay? I have these written down so I don't forget, and here we go. In no particular order. I'm going to run down them, and I'm going to tell you what I'm going to drill down on each one of them. But for those folks that are get in, get out real quick, here they are. Quality of your practice equals the quality of your playing. Practice makes permanent. Focus, know your why, okay? I'll drill down to all these in a moment. Number 2, play with others. Pressure calls you up. You can always learn from others. Number 3, learn songs more than anything else. No one cares about how many chords or scales you know. No one really cares. Can you play the song? That's all they care about. I've never seen, okay, we'll go into that more detail. I'm getting ready to preach. All right, play live and record. And the last one, learn some basic music theory because it will help you so much, okay? All right, so here we go. Let's drill down. Quality of your practice equals the quality of your playing. Practice makes permanent. Focus and know your why. Okay, so I wrote those notes down because here's how it works. Some people think practice makes perfect. No, practice makes permanent. The brain works this way. Whatever you practice, good habit, bad habit, doesn't matter. It don't care. Whatever you practice in repetition or one time or more, your brain takes notes. When you practice something more than once, you're reinforcing it. So if it's a bad habit, if you're fretting wrong, you are establishing that habit. So practice doesn't make perfect, it makes permanent. So it's important that your practice is what you want it to be. You tighten up your practice, then you will tighten up your playing abilities. If you're one of those folks that you say, man, I practice and I sound great alone, but then when I step on stage, I suck. Well, chances are you probably sound closer to what you sound like when you practice. It's just when you practice, you can stop, you can fix things, etc., and you don't have all these people looking at you where every mistake sounds huge, right? So depending on how you practice is honestly going to be what determines how you are as a player, obviously, right? Okay, but not so obvious for some. Also, how much you focus. If you're just sitting there watching TV and practicing, I do it all the time, but it's another kind of practice. That real legit focusing where you're having to think, it hurts your brain, you're being a little bit frustrated and stuff, that's the quan. That's where you're really gonna start getting this stuff because you're learning new. You're having to push through boundaries, okay? Also, knowing your why. What does that mean? Well, some people, they come to me, they say this all the time. They'll say, Eric, what should I practice? What should I learn? Da-da-da-da-da. They have all these questions, right? Well, if they knew why it is that they're playing guitar, that would truly help them determine what it is that they should do. A studio guitar player is going to have a totally different skill set and things that they need to learn and how much they should practice as opposed to a campfire guitar player who just wants to learn, American Pie and the basics, right? The cover songs that everybody's so used to. 2 totally different whys, and those whys will determine what those people should be practicing. A blues player is going to learn the blues, going to learn blues scales, blues chord progressions, etc., but they may not need to learn all the jazz chords or jazz modes. Okay, so understanding what it is that you want to do on guitar is really important. Now, a lot of these bits and pieces I'm talking about, you can drill down further. Otherwise, it's be like a 4-hour video. So you could drill down further on YouTube, search Your Guitar Sage Practice, Your Guitar Sage Why, those sorts of things. Okay. So, number 2, I said play with others. Pressure calls you up. Always learn from others. Okay, so when you're playing with others, what happens is magic, okay? Music is meant to be shared, right? Just like any art. People don't paint paintings and then just shove them in a closet. People don't typically write songs and just keep them on their hard drive or on a tape and not show people, right? The whole point of expression is to express. It's X, right? It's outside, it's exterior. We're trying to get those feelings from inside and get them out. The more you do that, the better. When you're working with others, when you're playing with others, I don't care if you're a brand new guitar player, find another guitar player who's new and work with them. There's always someone you can find who has less skills than you, and always someone you can find that has more skills. So it's no excuse to say, "Oh, I can't find anybody who they're all going to be better than me." Play with other people. I promise you're going to see a wealth of great bits and pieces from it. Number one, the pressure. When you're with somebody else, there's a little bit of pressure there to perform or to be all that you can be, as opposed to just being by yourself. Less judgy, right? But find someone who's cool. Don't find someone who's pressuring you. But just the natural pressure of being in front of somebody else. Okay. Also calls you up. So if your buddy who you're playing guitar with has learned something new, oh, now you got to do it. It's like working out with somebody. If they're saying they're pushing you to get that last rep out, you might not do that if you're by yourself. But if you're with another musician, yes, you will. Okay, cool. You can always learn from others. I found this fascinating. I would have students that I've only taught for 2-3 years, and they start playing, and they go home, and they take what I have to show them, and they work with it, and they come back, and all of a sudden they're doing something unique because I've poured in myself into them, but they're their own personality, and they're getting other information from the net or other songs that they're learning. Now they are their own individual artists, and they come back and they're doing things, and I'm like, hey, that's cool. I didn't show you how to do that. And they got their own voice, which I love. So you can always learn from folks, even folks that are new, okay? Important to know that. Play with others. This is number 2. Number 3, learn more songs than anything else. No one cares about how many chords or scales that you learn. It's true. No one cares about the modes. No one cares about how many scales or chords you know. I've never seen an artist step on stage and go, check this out. Neapolitan, Mixolydian, D minor, blah, 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 blah. No one cares. They only care as it might to apply to a song, right? So if Steve Vai is playing that and you need to know that scale in order to play a song, then yes, learn it. But no one really cares as far as how many chords you know. No one cares about how many scales you know. So what do they do care about? They care about music, right? Don't you? Do you really care about someone who can shred through a scale over and over again? It might be impressive for the speed or just the general knowledge, but eventually you're going to be like, okay, what can you play? So play more songs than anything else, or I should say, learn more songs than anything else. And then as you need the bits and pieces of music theory or learning a scale or learning a chord, okay, apply it to that song. You're going to retain it so much better too than literally just opening up a dictionary and memorizing definitions, right? Would be akin to that. Back in the day when we were learning new vocabulary words as a kid, you know how they have you put it into a sentence right away so that you can apply it. And I found always whenever I did that, if I did that 3 or 4 different times, I'd say, I didn't remember that word. And then a month, a year later, whatever, I'm talking and that word just gets spit out right out of my mouth. Never used it before. Wow, how did that happen? Well, if you think you've never done that before and you can speak, it's happened thousands and thousands of times because you're doing it right now. So am I. There was a time we didn't know any of these words, and just hearing our mother and father or friends talk, we learned them. Okay, this is how we work. So learn those songs, learn the chords and scales as per the song. You won't forget them because you have something to apply it to. You have association, which scientists say is the best way to learn, through association, not rote memory, although that's part of practice as well. Okay, on to number 4. Play live or record. I should say play live and record. I don't care who you are. I don't care how much you think you suck. Record yourself. It is an honest way to hear how you sound. It's very humbling, right? Maybe sometimes humiliating, but nonetheless, record yourself, because what it is a true ear that you can listen back to yourself that will allow you to go, I really need to work on that. And bottom line, don't we just want to improve? It doesn't matter if we hear ourselves sounding like crap. Guess what? I've never met a guitar player who started off playing as a pro. Never seen it. Have you? They always start off as a beginner. So weird. We always start at step 1 and then step 2 and so on and so forth. So don't judge yourself in that way. You are where you are. Okay, you're the age that you were born at. You are the age that you're at because of when you were born. You had no say in that, did you? I sure didn't. So don't judge yourself as far as you're playing. You started practicing whenever you did. Age doesn't matter. You are where you are. Okay, but playing. Recording yourself gives you an opportunity to do this. It also allows you to stack and overdub and discover new things about music that you wouldn't if you're just playing linearly with one piece, okay, or one voice. Okay, playing live is very important too. Puts pressure on. This is part of the 4, okay? Live and record. Guess it's 6. Playing out live, I don't care who you are or where you're at, playing out live per where you're at. If you're a beginner, don't go play Madison Square Garden, with Steve Vai. It's going to be embarrassing. Don't do that. I wouldn't do that, and I've been playing for 30-something years. Okay, don't do that. Play the gigs that are applicable to what you do. If it's a writer's night or something like that, but get on stage because that pressure is great. You're not going to kill anybody. It's not brain surgery, so even if you mess up, no one's going to get hurt. Do it, okay? Have fun doing it, but playing out live, it's meant to be shared. You'll bless others, and you'll have a great time doing it, and you will build that resistance to being fearful of, dear God, what happens if I hit the wrong chord? You'll hit the wrong chord. I promise you, I could tell you a bunch of train wrecks from bands and what have you, and I could go into it, I won't. You're going to survive. I'm here still alive today, even though I've messed up on stage. Can you believe that? Play live, record. Number 5 is learn some basic music theory, friends. It will help you so much, so much. Understanding where you're at. I just did a video on this where if you have a map, if someone gives you a map and you're lost and you know how to read that map, well, good for you. Now you might be able to work yourself out of a jam. If you can't read that map is useless to you. Music theory is basically basic music theory too. This is nothing that you need to get a PhD about, okay? This is a PhD for. This is simple math. If you can count to 7, you can do music theory. So understanding some basic music theory, as I teach in my free course, YourGuitarSage.com/30. I'll make sure to leave a link for it in the description of this video. My friends, you've got to know some basic music theory because it will truly help you with understanding the landscape of music. Without it, you're only going to be just kind of hacking away at the guitar, doing whatever little bit that your ear is going to tell you. In fact, I just did a video on that, on how your playing by ear has 80% to do with music theory, not to do with your ear. Yeah, you can develop your ear, but really it has to do with understanding the knowledge that's coming through audibly and being able to do something with that information. All right, my friends, I could have done a lot of other ones here, but alas, this is 5, right? Friends, if you like this video, hit subscribe right now. Leave a comment below if you have any questions and hit like. Friends, I'm here to help you. I really do want to help you to play guitar, and I'm very passionate about it. There's a few things I'm passionate about: guitar and helping other beings in this world. I say beings because I love animals, I love children, I love adults, I love nice people, I love to help people, and I have a way of showing people how to play guitar that might be helpful to you. If you find that it's helpful, I've got 1,000-something videos here on YouTube. More importantly than that, I've got this free course for you. I've got a free ebook for you at YourGuitarSage.com. Tons of information chock full in there for you. It's there to help you. Or you can visit me here in Nashville and spend a lot of money and a lot of time, or just click on the link and it's there for you for free. Okay? Seriously, I'm here to help you. Please let me know how I can do it. Leave those comments below, hit subscribe, all that good stuff. As always, be kind to all beings. Do the right thing, always, and practice your guitar. I'll see you in another video. See you.